Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of, we'll probably start doing mini chungos from now on. Gonna keep it kind of small. As always, it's...
The episode, by the way, let's not get it confused. The episode will keep kind of small.
Yeah. Well, the Greeks liked it kind of small. They thought, the big ones were barbaric.
I guess it just depends on where you were putting it.
But, as always, it's me, Louie, and Doc. And currently, we are missing our dear friend, Wolfie Doo.
Yes. But we're going to pour out a little water because we're trying to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
For Wolfie Doo, he hasn't passed on. He's just, working that overtime.
He's in a better place.
Well, if you knew where Wolfie Doo worked, I doubt that would be considered a better place. Talk about if you Google his job, it is poorly rated. Talk about if you knew his driving, it's also poorly rated. If you knew his game, it's also poorly rated. I mean, Warhammer skills. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
As you said in one of those prior episodes, F them Space Marines.
So, right before this, we were actually talking about possibly going to go watch one of these movies that we just finished watching the trailers for. And figured, fuck it. Let's go ahead and try to, let's make an episode of this and see if we can get some votes in,
Yeah, well, let's see. Of course, the easiest one to bring up is, of course, the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
That's at the end of it's at the end of this month?
No, it's on the 22nd, I believe.
So,
I mean,
yeah, okay.
That's still about like a week away from the end of the month, man.
All right, Mr. Being specific. No, it doesn't come out on the 29th or anything, just the 22nd. Okay, so close enough.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think that would be the easiest movie to go see if we can get tickets.
Yeah, I was going to say, you say easiest, but,
Well, easiest to call out, I guess is the best way to put it, right?
Yeah, easiest to call out.
I mean, at first I didn't think that I would be that interested in the movie, but okay.
Yeah.
I've got suckered into it,
Yeah. So, right off the bat, is it going to introduce the Spider-Verse, do you think?
there's no... Okay, so I wasn't 100% sure.
Uh-huh.
But if you look at the trailer, I think it's the newest trailer, you know that it seems like he's trying to balance out between being Spider-Man and making sure, his loved ones are okay, right?
Yeah.
So there's, it goes through like, hey, I'm Dr. Hawk, and then they laugh at him, and then you see the Green Goblin, you see the Sandman, and, Electro. So all these villains that were played by different people in other movies, right?
Yeah.
So you're going through it, but there's this part where MJ, I guess she gets pushed. I don't ever pay really a lot of attention, but you see MJ falling off of a bridge or a building or whatever, right? Yeah. And if you watch the previous one with Adam Garfield, you saw that happen to Gwen Stacy, and then he tried to save her and snapped her back and killed her.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man always loses somebody, right?
Yeah.
So
you lose multiple people.
Yeah, right. So you lost Gwen Stacy, then you lose Uncle Ben, and blah, 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 right? So, but to me, what it seems like that in this one, he's fighting all these different villains from all these different, Earths, alternate Earths, right? On his own up until that point.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I was like, that would be a really interesting part for one of the Spider-Man, whatever, to come in, and because he wouldn't be on time, that's usually where you lose a loved one. That would be a very timely spot for one of the other Spider-Men from another universe to save her.
Yeah.
At least to me, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I think that it would be way too much. Because even the part where Doc Ock is like, they're asking him, is this Spider-Man? He's like, no.
Yeah.
So, obviously not the Spider-Man that he was fighting. Because that's the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah. Which, I'm really hoping for Spider-Verse. A live-action Spider-Verse. And I know we have the CG, Miles Morales Spider-Verse going on. And by all means, that one's fantastic too.
I agree, but this would be awesome to introduce Miles Morales.
Yeah. Miles Morales, bring back Tobey Maguire, bring back,
I like to bring back Tobey Maguire as the Fat Spider-Man, like from
the Peter B. Parker.
Yeah. The only thing I wouldn't be interested in is Spider-Ham. But, I mean, some people really enjoy the character, obviously.
From the comic books, I don't enjoy it. I can tell you that much. But hearing Billy Crystal as Spider-Ham was actually pretty cool.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why I could never place the voice. Okay.
Yeah. Just like, hearing Nick Cage as Spider-Noir.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I really I hope they don't bring all those different versions of Spider-Man. I just hope it's the 3.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next movie we're thinking about trying to go see. Which is The Matrix Resurrections. Resurrections, I don't know.
Yeah.
We saw the trailer for it. What do you think of it? Like,
okay, so right off the bat, I will be honest and say that I did watch when the original trilogy came out, and to be honest with you, I don't understand the love affair with The Matrix. I thought it was okay. When I look at the movie now, or when I think about the movie, I like more what it did for special effects than the actual movie itself. So I want to see this movie just to see it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it just looks like Keanu Reeves and his, John Wick facial hair.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the thing about the Matrix movies that kind of, like, it attracted a lot of people, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But I think what really kind of hurt it the most was that it spread out its story, its lore, across different media. So, like, because I know the Wachowskis were a big part of making the game, The Matrix, and they were a big part of making
animated
the Matrix Revolutions or whatever.
Yeah.
The animated bits, and all that, like even the Matrix MMO, they had a hand in it, and they sprinkled pieces of the lore in there.
Like, I can understand they were trying to make it all canon, and all fit together.
Yeah,
which is fine. I think that was a large endeavor. I'll say that.
It very much is.
But I think that it affected the storylines because, to be quite honest with you, I was just like, they kind of lost me in the middle of the second one.
And somebody that doesn't play the video games or didn't watch the anime part, doesn't understand certain aspects of it. Yeah.
And then the third one, I went to go watch it because I'm like, okay, I need to go watch this. Just maybe there's a reason why this happened, and so now I'm kind of like, I'm just wanting closure. It's like an open wound. Let me just, and completely just lost me, and I was just like, yeah, this kind of sucked.
Yeah. So, maybe still, or?
Oh, no, I'm definitely going to go watch it.
Okay.
Like, I want to see, are they going to do the same thing this time for, special effects like they did last time?
Yeah. Actually, from the trailer that we saw, it looks like they're kind of, like, they're kicking up the special effects.
Right.
Because it looked like they're almost integrating that, like, what was that one movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's dreaming or whatever?
Is it
Inception?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where, like, they're rotating the room at the same time.
Yes.
It looks like they're kind of doing that, but also with the, slow down bullet time shit.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, like I said, we'll see. I won't have super expectations for it, but I'll see it just because, it's one of those things where, hey, I do like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
But at one point I really, really liked the Wachowskis. So we'll see. Like I said, maybe they focused it.
Yeah. I did notice that on the trailer, only one of the Wachowskis. Yep. Lana Wachowski.
Yep. It's only one of them this time.
Yeah. So that's the second movie we're thinking about watching. Next one that we actually have a trailer for is The Kingsman. Yeah.
So that, of course, is a prequel to Kingsmen, which there were two parts. One was The Kingsman, and the other one was something Golden Circle, which stood for something else, which caused a big brouhaha on it. Don't really care. The movie was just okay. The first one I really liked. This one, I've been wanting to go see it. It's been, due to the pandemic, it's been pushed back and pushed back. I think you saw in the trailer they were supposed to come out in September.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we live in different times. So,
it ends in Ember.
Yeah. We live in different times, so it got pushed back. So, I mean, at least we get to go see it in the movie theater. That's something that I've missed. I've definitely gone to go see a couple of movies. So, at the movie theater, and it's an experience that I like having. So,
yeah,
I definitely want to go, while it is available to us to be able to go to the movie theater. So, some sense of, normal life, I guess, is the best way to put it.
I get you. I can honestly pass up on the movie theater experience, except for a few movies here and there. There's certain movies, honestly, I would have to watch Lord of the Rings in the movie theater. I did watch Lord of the Rings in the movie theater. I watched Jurassic Park in a movie theater, in an IMAX movie theater.
I agree on Lord of the Rings, even though
it's Lord of the Rings
it's a long ass movie.
It's only 12 hours. What's the matter with
you? Yeah, all three. Yeah, I bet. No, I mean, I can separate those movies out, and, but again, I can understand with the lore of it and everything why people will blindly go see it. I've seen all 6 Star Wars movies, so I'm not going to sit there and judge anybody.
Yeah.
And, complain really loud about the last 6 of them because they suck.
Just like Injustice.
Just like Injustice, right? But what was the last? Well, talking about Morbius, I'm definitely going to go see that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Morbius, the character. I'm a big fan of Jared Leto. I know the Joker was terrible, but
I don't think that was his fault.
Yeah, I won't blame him for that.
Yeah.
But I do like Jared Leto. So, was that the only movies? And John Wick 4.
Oh, yeah, John Wick 4.
Which there is no trailer for yet.
Yeah, we tried to pull one up, and it was very suspicious right off the bat. I think this is fan-made.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But I do like the fact that they added Donnie Yen. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Ip Man, and,
buddy.
His talents were wasted in the Star Wars movie. Rebel, whatever the movie was.
Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One. There.
Yeah.
His talents were wasted. So, I mean, he got to be in a Star Wars movie, so that's a good thing. But too bad it was that Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So they should have used him in Han Solo. That would have been better.
Yeah. The biggest, and those. That's it for the movies that we're wanting to go see, at least for right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, as things open up a little bit more, we'll get more movies that I think the biggest thing right now is people not wanting their movies to be dropped on stuff like HBO Max versus the theater. And I think a lot of actors are the same way because they get more money if you go watch it at the movie theater.
Oh, yeah. They get a box office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, we live in different times, so everything's having to be readjusted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I do miss the movie theater. I would go once, I literally at one point was going like every week. But that's when, there was a movie that came out that you wanted to go see.
Yeah. And, I guess speaking of movies, when we were watching the Kingsman trailer, it kind of brought something to my head. It's damn, movies with a good soundtrack. Just yes. I think we've mentioned it before, but a good soundtrack just elevates a movie, And,
or it can trick you to go and watch a piece of crap. So
yeah, it can. But,
Yes, I agree. I mean, a good soundtrack, just like a video game with good sound, with good music, it just really, really makes, like anything else. I mean, good music, can really elevate almost anything, But,
good music and a good script.
Yes.
And
so good writing, people. Don't forget good writing. I mean, we all know what's going to happen in Fast and the Furious. I mean,
cars, explosions, cars exploding.
Cars exploding in space.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying.
It's going to happen eventually.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've watched several of them because,
Cars.
Yeah, cars.
Hey, man, I'm not going to knock anybody for liking what they like.
Yeah.
But
it's not don't get me wrong. Most of the movies that come out now that I go watch, I mean, they're not going to win Academy Awards except for Black Panther. You know, I'm glad they won, but they're not going to win Academy Awards anytime soon. You know, they're not in the league of The Godfather or any other, except for like My Cousin Vinny when Marissa Tomei won one. I don't know if that was by accident or not. You know, there's rumors. There's always been circulating, but nonetheless, not going to judge her. I mean, she has a world of talent, so
that talent might be in places other than film, but.
Alrighty then.
Hey man, you said you weren't going to judge her.
So, definitely. I don't know what else I was going with there. You're just trying to, like, look over here. So, Louis did not just say that. But, yeah, I mean, so far those are the movies that we're thinking of going to go watch. I know we usually discuss movies that we've already watched, but not a movie that we've actually gone and watched together.
Yeah.
So this will be pretty interesting. So we'll make sure that we let you guys know what we thought, along with we might sneak Poe into the movie theater. Okay, I'm just kidding, everybody. We're not gonna sneak Poe into the movie theater because that would be kind of weird. Whataburger, maybe, not Poe.
You sneak Whataburger into the movie theater?
I've seen it done before.
Okay, then you've done it.
No. I've seen people do it. I mean, I've been at a movie theater and I'm like, it smells like hamburger. And then you just hear the little wrapper and you're like, Jesus Christ, somebody snuck some Whataburger. Why didn't I think that? maybe not all the Whataburger, maybe some onion rings, But
I don't know. Onion rings would be like the noisiest Whataburger food you can get.
That's true. But nonetheless, I try to keep those ideas to myself because I think my wife might be persuaded to do that. Probably with a lot less persuasion for me, but so I try not to do that because I hate to be kicked out, especially after buying tickets. And I would probably be more of the I don't know who this crazy lady is.
Yeah.
Every time I see her, she's like has food in here. I'm just gonna watch the movie.
Yeah. Can I watch Spider-Man? No Way Home. I don't know her. Kick her out.
Of course, once you kick her out, I might be the one with No Way Home, but that's okay. At least I watch Spider-Man, and
much like Spider-Man, you can Uber home.
Right. Now, I will say one trailer that I saw the last time I went to the movies was the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland and what's his name? Mark Wahlberg. There you go.
Like I recognize the Marky Mark moniker mostly because of his old workout video. Shit's hilarious,
so I'm into that. There's a lot of video game movies I might be into. Unless it's like Super Mario's, then we can with Captain Lou Albano, which I guess would now be Zombie Lou Albano.
Well, I don't think he was in the movie. I think he was in the show.
Yeah, I know, but if it was, I'd be like, no.
Which my monkey wife loves that intro.
Mm-mm. Oh, by the way, speaking of
Zombie Lou Albano,
no, zombies in general.
Oh, okay.
So apparently, I think there's a new Walking Dead show that I don't know. When I was talking about zombies, this kicked in my head today that I was reading that. So apparently, in this new show, it explained is going to tie in with the Walking Dead movie, which will explain where Rick went. Which that's what I would say. Yeah. So I know you never watched the show.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and I was like, it's not for me.
No, you had to get past the first episode.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, so the main character was traded out, pretty much almost like getting pimped out, and then got sent away, and that's how he exited the show. So this other show kind of ties into that and helps explain to where he went, which will tie into a movie that they're going to release about him and where he went and blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha.
So I do like him. I do like Andrew Lincoln as an actor. So, even though I really don't know how much acting he's been doing since he left the show, but considering, I'm sure he made, a lot more money than we're making. So, he's like, hey, I can do whatever I want.
And more movie news, when I think about it. Did you hear that? I think Kevin Feige confirmed that Daredevil is going to be entering the MCU, and he's going to be the dude from from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that guy's name.
So I was wondering that. I was wondering because I thought he was going to be, I forgot, somebody's lawyer in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's just going to enter the show. I mean,
enter the MCU as a lawyer or as an actual character.
Yeah, because I think the Kingpin's coming back. Mark Ruffalo's Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin's supposed to be coming back too.
Yeah,
you know. Oh yeah, but speaking of Mark Ruffalo, he's going to be in the Disney Plus She-Hulk TV show.
Oh, that's cool.
As Bruce Banner, not as Dr. Hulk.
That's cool. I mean, by all means, I like the Hulk, but I didn't like Dr. Hulk from the original. It
might as well have been Dr. Pussy. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, before we go fight Thanos, let me ponder on that. And I'm like, shut up, fool, Hulk out.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, definitely. I did watch a TikTok video. There was a fan theory that, how everybody that snapped their fingers while wearing the
glove,
kind of got to go to that other place. I forgot what they called it.
The Soul Stone, basically.
Yeah, where Thanos saw Gamora as a little girl.
Yeah,
and then of course, apparently there was a scene cut out where after Tony Stark snapped his buttons, snapped his fingers. He went to go see his daughter as an adult. Well, they cut that out. So they're thinking that maybe, this person was kind of theorizing maybe where he went, he saw the Maestro.
Oh.
And the reason that he's on the show as just Bruce Banner is because he was so terrified that, he, went back to being Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
So.
That's actually pretty cool.
And it wasn't actually because they were saying like maybe this is like, how they wind up introducing World War Hulk and then how Banner, saw that, got so scared that he just kind of regained control and now he's just Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
And now, because they were saying if you look at the Hulk, the more they got along, the smarter the Hulk was getting.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, well, that is a good theory and that would be really cool.
Yeah. Maestro Hulk is one of the best Hulks there is, man. And that's mostly just because it's like, I love the scenes that they always set up with him, where he's sitting on the throne, and you see Captain America's shield like all torn in half, and you see Thor's hammer, and he's just like, yeah, bitches, I killed you all,
Yep, I agree. I like the Maestro just as a villain, but still, my favorite is World War Hulk.
Yeah,
like there's literally I forgot what his name is. He has his own channel on TikTok or whatever we're gonna call those.
Yeah,
but he explains to like everybody like why, like how powerful the Hulk is, and if you like all the different type of Hulks, like the World Breaker Hulk, and so many different things. And that guy is awesome. I like his insight, especially on. I say that right because I'm kind of biased because I love the Hulk.
Yeah,
I do have like 6 Hulk T-shirts and stuff.
Nah,
yeah.
Man.
So I'm just saying the Hulk is right up there with my Batman bias. So but I really do love the Hulk as a character. So I don't like Dr. Hulk. Well, at least not the one in the movies.
Yeah.
In the comic book, the only thing I didn't like about Dr. Hulk is he had a ponytail.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like, yeah.
90s, man. 90s.
But yeah, exactly. That was the 90s. Everybody had a ponytail.
Yeah.
Superman had his long hair, in a black suit.
That's right, he did.
Yeah, that's when he came back from being dead. Like, okay.
He had that kind of like weird mullet thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Talk about the only thing cool was the fact that he died and he was rocking the black suit.
Yeah. Which I forgot why he was rocking the black suit.
I don't know. Who cares? It's Superman.
But, speaking of, I guess, villain. One villain that's actually kind of starting to like, I'm actually starting to like more and more is fucking, Dr. Doom.
I was going to talk to you about that. I really, really think we should print out a Dr. Doom statue. I like the one where he's just sitting in the throne.
Yeah.
That is like my favorite. Like, Like, there's one of Magneto where he's sitting on a Sentinel hand. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is. When you see villains sitting on a throne, you're like, man, that is such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Of course, the only one that I like more than that is, Batman sitting on a throne.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but.
I like when he was sitting on the Mobius chair, to be honest. But, like, I don't know why, I think, honestly, like, the cockiness of Doctor Doom, but it's not like the other villain's cockiness of being, like, unwarranted. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, he has the strength, the magic, and the intelligence to back up his cockiness.
Yeah.
And you're just like, goddamn, like, why are your plans so evil, but they're actually pretty good?
Yeah. The only thing I will say is that how are your plans always thwarted by Rubber Guy?
Yeah.
Now, Rubber Guy is a genius, but I'm like, you're just still Rubber Guy. I mean, that works out for Mrs. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if it does. I mean, whenever he stretches, he gets thinner, so
I don't know. I mean, he always, length and width. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, he has a couple of kids,
Yeah.
Now, there's a storyline where Reed Richards disappears.
Uh-huh.
And then they find out, I don't remember if it was in another universe, he took over being Doctor Doom because that universe didn't have Doctor Doom and they needed it.
Huh.
So he is Doctor Doom. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. The thing that kind of brought up the Doctor Doom conversation was I was reading some comics, this morning, and it was a Black Panther comic. Mm-hmm. But it was like Doctor Doom was he broke into like Wakanda by himself, not dressed up as a regular person, but just he was Doctor Dooming it up. Yeah. Just walked right in, and everybody was like, all right, well, fuck it, I guess he's walking with authority, so they just let him in. He walked straight into the vault that has all the vibranium,
mm-hmm.
and Black Panther was like, no, that's fine. The spirit of the Black Panther will test him, and he will fail, and he will get killed instantly. And it shows Doctor Doom, with the spirit of the Black Panther, and the Black Panther's like, if you have an unjust heart, basically you're gonna get killed. And so he kind of like scanned through Doctor Doom, and he's like, well, you're doing all these evil actions. He's like, yeah, but for the greater good. And the Black Panther was like, well, shit, I can't fucking beat that. All right, go right in. It's just like,
take as much vibranium as you want.
Yeah. And so like the panel switches back to Black Panther, and he's like, so Doctor Doom is walking out of the vault with 1 ton of vibranium. He's like, what? The Black Panther just let him out? He's like, yup. So it's just one of those things that's like, god damn, Doctor Doom. Like when the spirit judges you and judges you fairly.
Like I said, he's a really cool character. One of like I said, very cool villain. And just the metal armor or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I never understood the whole face thing. Like, I guess I have to read it more. When I was a kid, it was never explained. Like, oh, is he ugly? Is he not ugly? I mean, is he attractive? Not attractive? Did he get I'm over here thinking of Batman lore. Like, is he like Two-Face, got acid splash in his face? And he blames Reed Richards or whatever's going on. But I was just like,
I can't honestly remember what happened with his face, but I do distinctly remember it being kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It just, that always got me about Doctor Doom, that, he was just a cool villain overall.
Yeah.
And Marvel just doesn't have that distinction.
Marvel has the distinction of making really good superheroes and giving them good storylines, but their villains kind of fall to their wayside,
Villains are just shit-tacular.
Yeah.
Like MODOK. Like, forgot what it stands for. And I'm like,
only designed something killing.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, didn't the Ninja Turtles do this, but better?
Yeah. Oh, I think you're thinking of which one called, not Baron Zemo, not MODOK, Dr. TV Head. I don't remember his name.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. But,
the only thing I wish for Doctor Doom is I hope that when they reintroduce the Fantastic Four into the Marvel Universe, I hope they get a good actor. I know they were talking about maybe Michael Fassbender, but considering he's been Magneto all this time, maybe not.
Yeah.
But I do like him as an actor, so, it would be cool to find out, who would play him.
Yeah. And just on a final note on the movies, right quick. I do like the redesign for Electro in the Spider-Man.
No, I agree. Yeah,
because he looks stupid in the Andrew Garfield movie.
Yeah, he looked like a Smurf.
But yeah, this episode's getting a bit long on us, so we'll go ahead and cut it there. Maybe talk more about movies down the line when more interesting movies are coming out in
2022.
Yeah, well, it's just right around the corner at this point. So
now it's around the corner. Now there's not a lot of time.
Whatever, man. Whatever. We're almost there. We're halfway there. Not really. Anyways. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
And hit the ho, ho, ho bills.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget about the Tickety Talks.